Pretty.
Hi, everybody. It's Uncle Matt's RPG Studio. We're doing the Heroes of Jordoba tonight, and we have Alla Fedorova.
Hi.
Emily Letringer. Did I say that right? Is it
Lute. It's Lute. It's German.
Lutringer.
Lutringer. Yeah.
Lutringer. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have Ian McGarty, who's got an easier name. Gabe Rotberg. And Zach Smith. And the Dice Tower of Doom, which is not very much of a tower, actually. It needs 2 more levels on top of it, but
Still looks pretty dope.
God damn it, Tom Tallis.
yeah, exactly. So
He makes good stuff.
we'll see how it rolls. Let me get over. I'm going to check our actual broadcast page here. See what we
Put
got.
that in the. If somebody could put that in the chat, that'd be great.
Sorry, say again.
Somebody could put that in the chat so I could tell people.
Put what in the chat? The address.
Yeah.
Oh, the link to where you got it or something.
Yeah.
I got
Got it. Got it.
The URL.
Oh, you got it already?
Allah
Got
is like lightning.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to put a chat
Dead.
into here. All right. Oh,
Zach,
I know.
it seems like your mic is not doing so hot tonight. It's like keeps cutting in and out.
Turn off the auto tune.
Everybody else sounds really loud, but yeah, Zach's really quiet.
All right. So this is a new adventure because you guys have successfully made it back from the elemental plane of Earth. You got the Zorn there to repair the bone of the Earth, the particular one that was breaking and getting ready to cause an earthquake on the prime material plane. You have still got your angel head with you that is supposed to be returned to its home in a town. And the name of that town is written on my notes, and I will be right back as you guys can discuss what you want to do about Bratoka, the 1,500-year-old ancient sorcerer whose soul you managed to put into an earth genie. So,
Well, I think maybe he seems like you're kind of a badass. I don't know if maybe confronting him directly is really the right way to go about it. Also, don't know where he is.
It wasn't so much him, it was the 10 Zorn with him.
Okay, that is actually very accurate.
That's true, but we just need to find the one Zorn that has a crush on me.
I think that's a you thing.
He can help us.
I bet he can.
And we don't really necessarily need to defeat Genie Bratoka. We really only need to get the eye back out. Right?
I think
that sounds easier.
He would count that as a defeat, I think.
I mean, it sounds easier to say, perhaps. Like, if put it in plain, well, yes, all we need to do is remove the eye from this very powerful being.
Yeah,
I do not know how easy it would actually be.
We sneak, and we wait till he's sleeping, and then just pop it like a pimple. Out comes the eye, the end, and we run away really fast.
Need?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know much about what's going on, but Gran usually says the best way to put somebody to sleep is to hit them real hard upside the head.
Oh.
So your interpretation of the barbarian is this is a redneck from the elemental plane of Earth.
Yeah, basically, that's one of the accents I can do pretty consistently, so that's what I'm gonna go with for now.
It is actually not sunburn. It is iron oxide back there, kind of a little bit of a rust.
Right, exactly, rust. Because you're out in the rain a lot. Okay. So that's one possibility. Is well, I mean, your first and final thing to get done is to go over to this village or it's actually a walled town out in the. Yeah. Okay. So it's not going to print out my hex map because I have no yellow ink. It's a little disorganized. So actually, let me get back over to.
Well, I think first thing, let's head back to Drownington. Make sure it is less Drownington, maybe Dusty Hollows or whatever it was when we first got there.
Could be. Okay,
Dusty Bottom.
Well, the going back there is an issue because it's on the elemental plane of Earth.
Could we not just like walk right back? Because we are on the elemental plane of water now. Is that where we are?
No, you got all the way back to Jordoba.
Oh,
Did
blocked that.
did our box come with us?
Yeah, you've still got the box that you're carrying around. It's been submerged in water and all kinds of stuff.
And the giant
Great.
angel head that's still following us around.
Still following you around, yeah.
All right. How's the construction on our shrine coming?
It is almost finished now. So you've got that in the Grim Quarter. It's still, a vacant building, but
The Kaladin hasn't moved in.
I assure you, he's probably checking it every day.
All right. Can we? All right. I think we need to drop this box off at the Church of Mitra.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. It's lots of responsibility and very unwieldy.
We don't want it getting borrowed.
Okay. So you take the giant box over to the Church of Mitra. How do you explain what it is?
I say it is an ancient Temanoan device that converts the power of Earth into magic, and we gathered it to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands.
Well, we are definitely the right hands for something like that. We'll certainly take charge of it and put it in a safe place.
Yeah, until we're ready to move it to the Temple of St. Mariel.
All right, that's where you're going to put it, is in the Temple of St. Mary. The one
Wait,
in the Grim Quarter?
There was no consensus on this.
Yeah, eventually, once it's established and there's proper security and everything. Our following is growing.
It could be a very useful tool to have access to in the future, or when we learn how to use it, and
To
to
protect.
properly secure it.
To secure it, to protect it.
Yes.
I don't know about you guys, but isn't a church in a Grim Quarter kind of like letting loose a bunch of kids in Murder Alley?
The safest place in a hurricane is the eye.
Well, you don't actually have to decide yet at this point, because the Chapel of St. Muriel's not done yet. So the Church of Mitra will hold on to it for now. And so what you have got to do is figure out where this village is that you're supposed to get the angel head to. And
Since we're at the church, do you guys happen to have any maps of the area we could examine?
where is it that you're looking for?
I am on a holy quest to return this artifact, and I gesture at the floating head, to its shrine. St. Muriel has instructed me to do so.
A very worthy cause, but where are you going? And now the name of the place that you're looking for is the town of Chalcorum.
I'm looking for Chalcorum.
Okay, so they unfold lots and lots of great big maps and pore over them, and eventually somebody with a magnifying glass finds it, and they say, okay, what you need to do is you need to head down the road to the Pass of Joaris. The Pass of Joaris will take you across the Atropos Mountains and into the Wildlands. And then in the Wildlands, you will need to travel about 50 miles, and basically straight from the pass of Jawaris. And then that is the area where the town is located. It's I mean, hopefully it's still there. A lot of towns and villages in the wildlands are simply gone now.
Well, it wasn't destroyed by an earthquake.
Well, no, we're not talking about. Never mind. They know you.
Like, yeah, not worth it. All right then.
There sounds darn exciting. I'm traveling all over the world to join up with you guys.
Well, okay, sounds like maybe from Wildlands to town is probably maybe like a couple days travel. About how long to get to the Pass of Jawaris? Is that pretty close, or?
Probably about 6 or 7 days travel on a road.
Okay.
On any road.
Is there like
no,
a raid going on?
They suggest a road to you, Ian. So,
And as I assume they would, being of the earth.
of the earth.
Right.
We're in Jordoba now.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah, you're back in the city.
We did one
All
of
right.
those exposition travels.
So we need to. Do we want to acquire a wagon or what?
Yeah, this sounds good to me. Wigan.
Right.
We get number 1 as well. Is he with us still?
Yeah.
Maybe a spritzer for his if it gets dry out in the wildlands.
All right.
Okay,
there we go.
Does the temple have any potions for sale?
They do not.
I know somebody who might though. We should check with Dr. Omnibus.
Yeah. Do you know of anybody who has any healing potions for sale?
Well, I believe that the Temple of Anubictos had a healing potion donated to them as a sacrifice by an alchemist, if I recall from talking to them. I don't know if they'd still have it, but you could go there and see.
That sounds like trouble. All right. I guess we're going to go to Dr. Omnibus.
All right. So you head into the Grim Quarter and wend your way through until you get to Fishhead Square. And there is a there's the post in the middle. There are no heads on it. There's Dr. Omnibus's offices over here. Somebody has laid a little wreath of flowers on the street that leads to the north. Also, there's been a massive, while you were gone, basically a gang war that went on in the Grim Quarter, and so a lot of the buildings have got some scorch marks. There's still some blood stains in the street, so on and so forth. But
that's the worst. We missed a gang war.
Yeah,
this is why I don't like to travel.
So you go to Dr. Omnibus's office, and he you open the door, and the little bell rings, and he is sitting behind the sort of desk that he's got set up. It's more like a working counter, and you can't see what it is that's in front of him, but whatever it is, he's banging on it with a wooden mallet.
I'll just watch for a bit.
see they're banging.
Well, whatever it is he's banging is making a little squeaking noise.
What might you be banging, sir?
It's a mouse. I think it's done.
Oh!
Almost exactly what it all sounded like. And then he reaches over to the back wall and gets a spatula and starts doing this number behind the thing. So
How are
Is
you
it-
planning to cook it, sir?
I'm not going to cook it. I'm going to distill it, and then I'm going to desiccate the distillate until I get a nice little film of crystals on the bottom of it. Then I'm going to powder the crystals, and then I'm going to use them for something.
What
That's-
kinds of things do you use mouse crystal things for?
I don't know, but he was scurrying across the counter a little bit earlier in the day, and so something, will work.
Did you have any
Oh,
healing
please.
potions available?
Healing potions. Well, I might be able to work something up. He reaches back and gets a beaker. He pours some gloppy stuff into it, and then he shakes it up real hard. Then he looks at it and holds it up to the light, and then he takes the spatula and sort of scoops some of the mouse into it and puts a lid on it and shakes it up again. And he puts it out and he says, "There, that I bet that'll do it."
How sure are you?
100% certain that will do it.
Do what?
That's the question. I'm not sure about that.
Do you have anything you can guarantee will heal?
Oh, this will heal.
Do you have anything
Let's heal a man.
you can guarantee will just heal?
No, but it will heal.
How much for the special? I'm
100
assuming
100 gold pieces.
100 gold pieces. Okay, what else do you have? What's in bargain bin for today?
Well, there's some spider venom. He puts a little vial in front of you and he says, "Give that to somebody and they'll fall asleep."
How much for the spider venom?
250 gold pieces.
Are you? Did you discover you had some kids you didn't know about? I feel like your prices are very steep today, my friend.
Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not.
Well, what do you say you make today one of the days that they are not so steep? Persuasion.
I turn around and face my
All right,
backpack.
hang on a second. No, wait. This means that I get to use my my dice tower. So you're gonna try persuasion on this. It's not giving me the option to do that now. What the hell?
I think.
That's totally not fair.
Don't you get advantage on the first use of the dice tower?
We're not even going to get to use the dice tower because it's not doing the
camera switch? Did it just
the
get
camera
disconnected?
switch. Yeah, all of a sudden it's not doing that camera. Hang on a second. Hang out. Let's try and plug it back in again. It was working before.
And you
There
just
we go.
hold it up. Now it's been built up.
All right, so here is the dice tower. And see if I can get it aimed properly. Okay, there we go. So, Emily, you want to use the red die or the blue die?
Blue.
Okay, here we go. Well, that was
What?
a fail. It's a 6.
I'm going to write letter of complaint to Tom.
It's a 16.
Ooh, and I have a +10.
All right,
Powerful
so
roll.
that's a 26. And let's see, he opposes that with something. What, wisdom?
D12.
Capitalism.
He could counter persuade.
Yeah, he could counter persuade.
Yeah.
Persuade
Um,
that he's not
maybe
budging.
he does have a lot of baby birds to feed.
No, so he says,
Just hatched a clutch of eggs.
yes, you're right. We could definitely do a discount, and I have just the thing right here. And he reaches down, and he comes up with a bucket of sludge from underneath the counter, and he says, "Bucket of sludge, 5 gold pieces."
It's a good deal.
What does bucket of sludge do?
Well,
That's the
it
question.
probably depends on what's done with it.
What can you do with it?
Well, you can light it on fire. You can pour it out. You can use it as a counterweight on something. You can put it on top of a door so that when somebody opens the door, it will fall down on them. You can use it to, yeah, you can use it probably to, stick bricks together.
And you get a bucket after.
So it's sticky, flammable, pourable. Is it edible?
Yes, definitely.
It's edible at least one time.
Is it both
At least one
an
time.
adhesive and a lubricant?
Well, yeah, I'm not sure about what friction would do to it. There might be a problem of it igniting.
Does the bucket have a lid on it, or is it just like an open slop bucket?
It's an open slop bucket.
So this is going to potentially slosh around as we're carrying it.
We don't have to keep it in a bucket. We could perhaps find like a growler or something. But
one growler of sludge.
He says, and look, since we've discussed this whole thing, and he sort of looks up at the ceiling for a moment with his long plague doctor mask, and he says, "Yes, I'll sell the bucket of sludge for 4 gold pieces instead of 5. That's a good discount.
20%.
That sounds like a good deal.
Okay. How much for the bucket of sludge plus the spider venom plus 1 special healing potion?
Let's
comes out to 384.
354. Isn't that right?
I like your math better. We'll go with that.
All right. Hey, he's been persuaded.
That was for the sludge plus healing potion plus spider venom?
Yes.
How many healing potions things does he have?
Just the one.
Just one.
But his healing plus heals plus something else.
I mean, I'll bite if nobody else wants it.
It's all yours.
All right.
I will split costs with you for those 3 things if you would like.
You guys haven't paid me for the last adventure yet, so
Fine. You're gonna accept the bucket of sludge as your payment.
meh.
What? How much did we say we were gonna pay you?
And she
2
holds
tenths
up her,
of
like,
share.
warhammer. Yeah.
It was 2 tenths of the take.
Yeah.
So we did pay you.
But we didn't get anything.
Exactly. We
Exactly.
gave you 2/10 of that.
2/10 of 0 is still 0.
Welcome to the Heroes of Jordoba.
Did you need money for something?
Okay, Backpack, if you pay 177, I pay 177, we have these things.
Deal.
Here,
Okay.
I will hand you a small pouch.
All right, you've been
Of
handed
what?
a small pouch.
Of coins.
If there's any coppers in there, Slate will fish them out and snack on them like chips.
Oh, you eat copper?
You don't?
No.
Huh. That's a shame. Really should try them.
It's tasty.
So good. Nom, nom, nom.
Do you just eat copper, or is it just like we discuss later? Okay. Anything else we need in town?
Just like provisions and such.
All right. So you rent. Actually, yeah, you're able to rent a wagon, and
Can we just buy one?
yeah, you can buy one. Be 75 gold pieces.
And a horse?
Would be 35 gold pieces.
What about a practice horse?
Those are cheaper. You can get those at the lumber yard for about 10 silver.
I'm guessing they don't move on their own.
It's boards.
They have little wheels on them? Somebody has to push you or pull you.
No, they're generally just used for you get 2 practice horses, and when you need to saw something in half, you put it across the 2 practice horses.
So So not amenable to our purpose.
I will buy a wagon then
Okay.
and a horse.
All right.
It's a new
And
massive.
some feed.
Yep.
Can you hear me, Matt?
They can eat
Yeah,
grass.
I can now, Zach. What is it?
I will purchase a new mastiff.
Okay.
You want to
As
get
in
a
a
spare
dog?
just in case?
Yeah.
Get two?
Does he have a name, or do I have to name it, Matt?
You can name it.
All right. I'll name it Salon.
Okay.
I'd like to purchase some sort of a growler.
A sludge growler.
Yeah.
A growler. What do you mean by that?
Oh, like cowboy, like big glass container that can close with top, so we don't have to carry
He wants a jug.
It's
Like
I
a
don't-
thermos.
A jug is better version of same word for people who aren't like
Alcoholic.
drunks. Yes.
Okay. So now
I just don't want open container of sludge. I want there's liquor laws.
okay. All right. So you get a hold of a glass jar like that. Now it's fairly expensive. You know, that's like 10 gold pieces for something
Okay.
that's glass.
Get like
Get
crock.
like a-
Get like
Yeah,
a crockery.
you can get an
Yeah,
earthenware
like,
something
you can
for
get earthenware
It's
stuff.
perfect,
Probably
yes.
easier to hold the sludge in.
And I can get a couple.
You want
we can-
something non-reactive.
non-reactive. I can even get a couple smaller ones. We can split sludge between, so we have like a couple sludge bombs. I mean, or containers.
okay.
Yes,
All right,
let's
so
do that.
you get 3 sort of, jam containers, earthenware, little pots with lids. And
Woohoo! It's sludge.
As we're pouring it into the earthenware jars, I will, dip a pinky and taste it.
Oh,
okay. It tastes really bad.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Not
Tastes
many
like-
things taste bad to me. So that's pretty bad.
Bird shit does, yeah.
oh!
This is like fermented bird
Did we just
shit.
get his chamber pot?
We definitely just paid for gold pieces for
It's
a
no
canoes.
uric acid is
It's
potent
basically
stuff.
uric
We
acid.
can yes.
Oh, it's so awful.
It's pee and poop mixed together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all comes out of the same place.
You can't make eureka without urea.
Although he does have a
Wow.
point. It does
That's-
have some explosive and like fiery properties.
Well, that is only if you like
Depends.
distill out and the
It
chemical.
depends on what you ate too.
Anyway,
I
All
can't
right,
believe we bought
I think we're
this.
hitting the road then.
All right.
Yes.
So you guys,
We're gonna find something creative to do with this. Just you wait.
okay. So
Is anybody opposed to that potion going to Albrecht?
it's just fine by me.
Oh, the bludgeoning
Not-
one?
If he's
Well, potion of
brave enough to
resistance to
consume it.
bludgeoning.
Yeah.
No. We have a potion of resistance to bludgeoning.
Yeah, he can take that.
all right. So you crack the little whip up in the air and say, "Go, Dobbin," and your horse begins trudging its way out of the city gates. You go out of the Crow Gate, follow the road along until you're on the main road that runs down from the city of Jordoba into the Ryawun Plain. You travel about 6 days along that road, stopping in inns along the way, and so forth. This is, an actual traveled road until there is another road that breaks off from it, and that one is signposted as the Joaris Pass. It's this great big monolithic stone that's had that carved into it for probably been there for centuries.
I will be changing the sign on the wagon each day that says it has been 1 day since our last Ankeg attack. It has been
Alright.
2 days since our last Ankeg, etc.
All right, yeah, you
Um,
get 6 days with no Ankeg attacks.
All right, we're doing great. Let's head towards Jaharis.
Okay, so you start climbing up the Joaris Pass, going up that road. It gets windier and windier. There's foothills. Sorry. As you're going up into the foothills of the Atropos Mountains, it's a very steep mountain range on the two sides, and you can tell that you're heading for a pass because even the mountains in this area are a little bit lower. And after a while, you come at the base of the pass to a large fortified temple that has the statue of a woman about 30 feet tall, who is looking upward toward the mountains. And so Curzim, you know, from your vast knowledge of deities and things, that this is the goddess Balis, who's the goddess of crossroads and various other things.
All right. I think we should stop. I'd like to make an offering to grant us safe travels.
I
That's
will.
reasonable.
I will chant the chant of Balis. Here I go again on the road, walking on the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. Here I go again on my own.
Any more, and we're gonna have to pay licensing fees.
No, he said it. He didn't sing it. So it's a recitation of lyrics rather than a cover performance. So I think we're good.
Although
on that.
I was technically covering the music, you just didn't hear it.
There you go. Everyone was mentally good. All right. So we have now. So now we know the song, the main hymn of the goddess Balis. You discover these things as you go along through an adventure. So Curzim heads on inside, and actually it's pretty much like a castle. And so you guys go through the you stop at the gates, and there is a priest there who's looking over the top, and there are also a couple of guards. And so the priest looks at you, and he says, so who is it who travels Balis's road?
I am a humble acolyte of Saint Muriel.
Who?
She's with Mitra.
With Mitra. Good. Well, in that case, all of you are welcome in, and you go across into the courtyard. There's a large temple thing, but there's also some stables. There's an inn that's there that's run by the priests and priestesses of Balis, and so you guys are able to put up for the night. Up to this point, you've probably spent about 5 gold pieces each on the inns and the food and so on. So everybody mark off 5 gold pieces.
I'll cover it.
All right.
Thanks.
And Curzim goes into the chapel, and there is a place where people do sacrifices and say prayers, and they give you the moment that you walk in, they give you a little wooden censer with some incense in it, and they say the incense is a gold piece.
I'll give him 10.
He says, well, just put the other 9. That goes in the bowl in front of the goddess over there.
I will not take it back, and I will go to the bowl, and I'll put 100 in the bowl.
Okay, and then you do that, and you turn around, and the priest puts his 9 gold pieces in there, other than for the incense, and he says, really, seriously, now 100 gold pieces. So right about the time that he's saying, no, really, your little incense thing that you're holding, suddenly the incense in it ignites, and a cloud of smoke begins to form all up around you, and the priest goes, that's a good omen. Excuse me, I've sensitive lungs. And he heads out of the chapel. So you're there, surrounded in this sort of smoke of the incense. What do you do?
So we can no longer see Ian on the camera. He's been censored.
That's a really bad joke, Emily.
That was so bad.
It was a wonderful joke.
Yeah, no, that's extra points for a really bad joke.
I will breathe it in and be like,
Inspiration.
Balas, grant us favor on our journey to restore this floating head to assist Muriel in fighting off evil.
I don't trust this coughing priest. I'm gonna follow him out.
He probably
Okay.
knew Steve.
Well, are you guys all in there with Curzim?
Yeah, I assumed we were.
Okay.
I was.
All right. So Albrecht ducks into the smoke, and then nobody can really see him anymore. And then you hear the door open and shut a second time through the smoke. And let's see. And Curzim, one of the coins that was in that bowl suddenly inexplicably falls back out and goes clink, clink, clink on the floor.
I will pick it up.
Okay. You pick it up, and it is it probably was one of the coins that you originally put in there. But on it has a couple of words in ancient Temenoan, which these ones you're able to read. It says, "Beware the iron beast."
I'll look back and make sure that our Genasi's copper.
Copper, yes.
Right.
Yeah, we're not going to run through another, Gabe worships Cthulhu scenario.
I'm just checking.
Look who hasn't at some point or another. Everybody goes through that.
I'm so glad you chose Hastur instead.
Yeah, and when you're taking a test in middle school and it's math or something like that, everyone Cthulhu,
Oh my goodness.
All right, so
I'll.
And I guess the other question is, what do you do with that coin? Ian.
I guess I'll put it back in since I know what it says.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there was a right or wrong answer to that one, really. So, all right. So you guys, you spend the night at the inn. Then you head across the mountain pass. And we are now into the situation where we are rolling to see if you guys get any encounters. So
How
you spend
many ink eggs?
It has been 8 days since our last Ankeg attack.
I know. You have to paint yourself a new sign. You didn't think you were going to get up that high. Letter 8.
We just stick another little piece of wood on there.
Yeah.
When we get into the double digits.
So nothing happens on the first day on the pass. Second day on the pass, nothing. Now it's beginning to decline back down into the wildlands down there.
So now we get the horse in the wagon and we just roll.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, you make it through the mountain pass without any encounters, which may or may not have had to do with the offering to Balas. In fact, you actually, on the last day, when you're heading down, you see an Ankeg heading off in a different direction from you guys, and then it dips underground and starts burrowing away. So everybody gets 10 experience points for sort of defeating the Ankeg.
Yes.
Observing the Ankeg.
Yep.
Well,
that's
no,
the
you
Ankeg.
actually, you literally, by making the offering to the goddess, you actually dodged that
Nice.
danger. So, but since the only way that you get experience points is for killing monsters, there's got to be something that feeds back in there. So
We probably starved him to death.
yeah, not so much.
I mean, we could go kill it.
Maybe we starved one of his children to death.
I don't know. I guess
That's why it's only 10 XP, right?
there are little
Like-
Ankh out there.
He might have a rough
Right.
winter.
You went hungry
Hey,
for a day.
I'm
It
gonna
is
bring back.
funny.
I'm gonna bring back some plump adventurers for you.
Yeah.
Oh, curse! I don't have any. And then there goes little Willie. An XP for us.
Now I feel bad.
That's probably just how it happened.
Yeah, but just think how many more monsters we can kill if we just stop now. Set up a pit, hang out.
Just gonna
Big
destroy the
purple
whole
wolf.
adventuring economy.
Right?
Starve him out.
All we have to do is not be eaten, and we win.
You said we were gonna have dwarves for breakfast. Well, I thought we were, but
Dad, come on! I can't digest waffles. I'm a carnivore.
Adventures again?
I know, right? It's like, you know,
But you
back
could do like bacon in a waffle maker. I bet somebody's done that. Just have like
I
a
don't
waffle
know.
entirely of meat.
I don't know, Gabe, but someone should probably try that.
Yeah, I'll report back next week.
Yeah, do that.
I guess 2 weeks from now.
We're gonna have to 3D print the waffle iron first.
We've got a waffle iron.
well, you make a waffle iron out of waffles. You just make some waffles, harden them.
I don't
They get
think
cold.
3D printing a waffle iron would work particularly well.
It just wouldn't make good waffles.
Yeah, I hope you like eating plastic.
Yeah, I mean, you can totally make the waffle
They're
iron.
so
That'll work.
crispy.
This is why we need to get started on that cyberpunk game as soon as we're done.
Okay, so you've come down from the pass. Now, 3 possible directions to go that are in sort of the right direction. You can go north, northwest, or northeast.
Which way are we traveling now?
Right now, you're traveling due north. You
I
just
think we
you come
continue
down.
going.
You come down from the pass, and then the sort of the final turn, which is actually beside a river, puts you going due north.
I think we go north, right? That's what the directions
This
said.
is what the instructions were.
Oh, okay. Well, then the instructions. Fine.
Okay, so heading out. Okay. All right. So you suddenly hear sort of a rustling off in the heavy reeds that are to the side of the river. And so what we'll do, let's go ahead and take our 10-minute break. And that way, if Ian needs to go and feed some adventurers to the children, he can go and do that. And then we'll come back and start playing at 2 minutes after the hour.
Does anybody have a dwarf I can borrow?
1, 2, 3, not it.
So, how do you like the adventure so far? No, I'm asking you how you like it. You're just repeating back to me what. You're not helping here. There's people who are watching the stream. I mean, probably. I don't know. And you're being really difficult, okay? Fine. Be that way. You know, like, you don't have to be like this. You don't have to be, like, difficult with everyone. You know, like, you don't have to just, like... I mean, I try. I've tried so hard with you. Just invite you on the stream and let you, like, be part of things, you know, like... Fine, okay? Just Yeah. All right. I'm gonna play a game with my friends, and you can, if you're just gonna. No, I'm sorry. Like, goodbye. No, bye.
So we almost got like something like that in Japan that was like a cute little Shiba, and I regret it to this day.
You regret not getting it?
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like it's so freaking cute. Now I'm gonna pay like twice as much to buy it on Japanese eBay because I need it.
I think this was a gift, but the thing about it is it gets really old really fast at first, but every time a new person finds it, if you don't tell them it's coming, they're terrified.
That's
Like, you just
terrible.
wait, sort of relax and be like, okay, so the other day I was just trying to talk to Matt and and they're like, fuck, what is that? It's great. It's never ending. But yeah. Spring it on the unsuspecting.
That's yeah. Although that sounds way more kind of terrifying and annoying than the ones in Japan that just sounded really cute and precious. Just want to be like, oh,
Yeah. Like
why
a
is
better
everything so much
voice.
cuter in Japan? Oh, snap. Gotta remember all my like special abilities now that I'm a different character. Hard.
You're supposed to be like a barbarian.
Yeah.
You're like made of rocks.
Rocks
Can you
are
like
cool.
tell things about rocks?
Speak with stones.
Oh,
There you go.
I speak to my grandma all the time. Nice lady.
Like you like look at a mountain and be like, which way did they go, mountain?
I don't think I can. Sometimes the mountain is just very old, and it doesn't like to be bothered. It doesn't take notice of ants that crawl across it.
I mean, does it have like ideas that are just beyond everyone else, or is it just sort of gotten to the point where it's useless even to itself?
Ah, well, that's a great question. It's really sedimentary, my dear Albrecht.
Meh.
Oh yeah, it was really bad. I was really grasping for stones there. I
Meh.
don't know. What would mountains think about geologists in the party? Actual geologist. Do they think about like cleft issues?
Um, I don't know if mountains are gonna worry about the little things like you and I. They're usually under a lot of pressure. There's a lot going on.
Oh my god.
Well, what's going on for them? Like, like, let's assume they don't care about us, but what do they care about? Like, are they like, they're like, oh, this weather, but what are they going to do about it? Like, oh, I
Erode.
guess I'll erode some more, some less. Like, they don't have a choice, right? Or do they?
I mean, we're getting into determinism there. I mean, aren't you just a product of your environmental inputs? Like, do you have a choice, Zach? Really?
Sure, but I'm at least aware of being able to think about whether I have a choice, right?
Yeah.
Is the mountain going like, oh, I really want to erode, and it just happens to be at exactly the rate that we would predict it would erode using the information that we have? Like, is it really just deciding to do those things? And we're at a distance from it where those things, all the little micro thoughts are summed over and we see erosion. I'm gonna wiggle my arm over here so that this little mouse hole gets closed up. Because I'm sick of having mice over here. Is that what's going on?
Fuck those mice in particular.
But they can make excellent healing potions.
I was up on a mountain in Canada and I found an orb web spider.
Oh, those are so cool.
Yeah, those are so pretty.
And I was like, wow, it's an orb web. I've never seen this before. And then I went on my phone and I was like, what's the range of these? And it's like literally the whole globe except Antarctica has them. Just like I don't go outside. So I was like,
But at least you went outside enough to find one for the
yeah,
first time.
I did.
Those are the ones that the outside of the webs have little dashes, right?
Yeah, and they've got like those really pretty spines on their back, and they're colorful.
Yeah, those are cool spiders and cool webs. We had one of those for a while that was making a web over our porch swing, which was it's a perfect like picture frame like space to make a beautiful web, but it sucks if you're trying to use a porch swing.
Mm.
It's alright. It was worth it just to watch it do its thing for a little while. Sometimes you just gotta let it do it. Nature's far more beautiful than sitting on a porch swing, no matter how great the sensation of a porch swing is.
I don't know. I feel like every single porch swing is basically the same swing. Then we would have the nature that is underneath the porch swing. I'm gonna start putting some carpentry here where there used to be grass. I'm down with that. It's architecture, and therefore I approve of it above nature, which in this game seems to mostly just attack us. So
It does. Okay, so now there's this little rustling in the grass. At this point, the only person who notices it is Kurzim. And Kurzim, you are hearing little voices talking, fairly deep tone, but it's something relatively small. And one of them is one of the voices is saying, "Should we get them now?" And another one is saying, "No, let them come a little closer." And the other one says, "That's a
I
good idea."
immediately say, there in the grass, there's something talking about ambushing us.
And there's all of a sudden the rustling in the grass stops.
We can see you. You might as well come out.
All right.
that they were talking about ambushing us because I was thinking about finding something hiding in the grass and giving it a tremendous amount of ale.
All right. Well, when you say come out, 20 creatures charge out. They look like baboons, which puts them a little bit smaller than a human. And they're all carrying spiked clubs of various kinds. So they charge forward. And let's roll initiative.
About how many can I fit into a 20-foot radius sphere?
20.
20-foot radius.
Yes, 40-foot diameter.
All right. 8.
Good to know. I have action as soon as action is allowed to me.
Okay.
I hope you use the D12 for that.
No. Okay, so they are going in 16. When are you guys going?
18.
Okay.
13.
And everybody else after that.
Okay. So that was Zach first, right?
Yeah, does the dog roll initiative with me or on its own?
With you.
Okay. So there's a bunch of ape creatures with clubs. Yeah?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So they were all hiding. Is the grass really tall? What's going on here?
Yeah, you're going along the side of a river, and so there are reeds all along the riverbank, and so they were hiding in the reeds. The reeds are about 3 feet tall, roughly. So
Or were they up ahead of us?
they were slightly up ahead of you. Kurzim was able to kind of supernaturally somehow hear what was going on. So they are. It gave you enough warning that they are 200 feet away from you.
Okay, so they're 200 feet away in 3 foot tall grass.
Well, they've broken from the grass now, and they're all charging toward you.
Wait, but are we on grass? Is it all grass?
You're on a trail. There is grass to the sides. It's not as long as the reeds. Call it about a foot deep, but kind of patchy.
Okay, so how far would it be for me to get into 3-foot tall grass?
You can get into 3-foot tall grass. Call it 20 feet.
Okay, then
dash over.
obviously the first thing to do is to get into some 3-foot tall grass and crouch down.
Okay.
So that I am not. I'm a less. That's 30 feet of movement. I will let loose my mastiff in the direction of the dogs. I will go, and I will set my animal trap near me in the grass while I crouch down.
Okay.
And if the dog gets a +2 to hit, which I assume it's a 2-hit dice creature, and it does, or something like that, then it rolled a 16.
It's not going to be able to move the whole way. I mean, if it takes a double movement, that will put it, about 80? That'll close about 80 feet of the 200-foot distance. So he's still going to be 120 feet away.
Okay, well, if there's that many of them and they're that far, then I'll have him just sort of range. Like, if they're not going to close that much distance that quickly, then I'm going to have him just range ahead, but not all the way. Just be him, like, so he's between us and them, but he's not charging all the way toward them. He's like 30 feet away.
Okay,
you know,
so
and holding a perimeter so that they hit the dog before they hit us.
Okay. So if he's 30 feet, okay.
Is he
He's like,
barking?
growling,
making any noise?
He's not.
I'm taking the muzzle.
Okay. Yeah. No, he's actually not trained to bark. He's trained to kill stuff.
Okay, then. But I'm not picky about whether he barks or not right now.
Yep.
That's where
I'm at. Okay. So then they go in. 16 was the next move, and so what they're going to do is they're going to take a double movement forward. That's going to take them 60 feet towards you guys. All right, so now the distance from you to them is 80, and 60 is 100, so it's currently 140 feet, and the distance from them to the dog is 110 feet. But they took a double movement, so they can't do anything. They are holding javelins as well as the spiked clubs. Who's next on the roster?
I think it is me.
Okay. What do you do?
Okay. So what was it? 8 is still a number I can fit in 40-foot radius?
Yes.
How many can I get? Okay. I'm going to look at my friends and be like, guys, I swear it's nothing. Don't worry about it. And then I'm going to cast Hunger of Hadar.
All right.
And okay, what this does is 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold centered on point within a range and lasting for the duration. Sounds like soft whispers and slurping noises. Can be heard about 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within the area are blinded. There may be tentacles. I don't know. I can't see. It's dark. Meh.
There you
go. But any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 damage.
Okay.
Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity throw or take 2d6 acid damage. And it's difficult terrain.
All right. So that means that... Now, these days, you know what they are. They're called bargoons. And they're basically just baboon people affected by the taint of ruination. So they take 2d6, you said?
Technically on the start of their turn, but I mean, effectively, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do that on the start of their turn then. So who's next?
Emily.
Okay.
She's muted.
You're muted, Emily. You're muted.
Sorry.
There we are.
Okay. Well, so this cloud, is it coming from you, Gabe, or is it like on them? Like, can we see between us and them?
Oh yes. So it is like what would we say? 40-foot radius cloud. It can be as far away as it needs to be. I don't remember exactly how far out they still are, but it's centered on a big pocket of them. So we can still see in
Okay.
between us and them. You should still be able to see how many were there total? Like 20? There should
Yeah.
be 12 not
Okay.
in the cloud as well. I don't know
Okay.
where they are, but
Okay, so in that case, I'm going to go to the opposite side that Albrecht went to, into
Okay.
the tall grass, and I think I auto stealth in that.
What do you mean auto stealth?
Oh no, never mind. Like half elves can do, they automatically stealth in dense cover.
Mhm.
Anyways, but from there, and I'll go up about. You said they're 140 feet.
Yes, that's the distance right now.
Okay, so I'll go up 20 feet
All right.
and cast Enemies Abound, my new fun spell, on one of them that I can see.
Okay.
It's in an intelligence save of 15.
All right.
And if he fails it, he will randomly determine who he attacks between both allies and enemies.
Okay. What is the DC?
15 intelligence.
Wow, that's quite a spell. All right. Okay. Alrighty.
And he also must take attacks of opportunities if anyone moves through his space.
Okay.
Friend or foe?
Friend or foe.
Alrighty. So you cast your spell. Who's next?
That is me.
Okay. What do you do?
I'd like to get off the wagon and hobble the horse.
Okay. You do that. Who's next?
And then if I still have any move, I'm going to move towards out of the grass, but near where Albrecht is.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't, because putting the hobble on takes as long as fighting. Alrighty. Who's next?
It's me left, and if there's any that aren't in the horrible cloud of death that are sort of coming still at the party,
Yes.
I'd like to get in front of them and smack them with Gran.
Okay, so what's your move to move toward him?
My movement speed is 30.
Okay. So you're going to charge and go 60, or are you just going to go?
Are they 60 feet away?
They're more than 60 feet away. Right now they're 140.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I will wait until they get closer.
Okay, so you're just gonna stay where you are?
Yeah, I'll stand up front and look menacing.
Okay. All right, so you're guarding Kurzim, who is doing something at the bottom of the horse.
Yeah.
All right. We then go to the next initiative round. All right. All right, Gabe, 15. Is that the highest?
I've got an 18.
Okay. All right. Go in 18.
Okay. I will cast, since it looks like Slate is standing next to me. I touch her and cast Shield of Faith.
All right.
Or actually, I can do it 60 feet away. So she will have +2 AC for the next 10 minutes.
I mean, does it count if I already have a shield up?
Yep. It's just +2 AC.
Sweet.
Shimmering field appears and surrounds you, granting you +2 AC.
All right, so you've got +2 AC.
And then I will move towards where Albrecht entered the grass.
Okay. And you're going to get down in the grass?
I'm not going to hide. I'll I mean,
Okay.
can I?
You're just gonna stand next to where Albrecht is down in the ground.
Well, I didn't think I'd be able to get to him as far as he is. I'll duck down if I can get in there.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Okay, so next up is going to be Gabe with a 15. What do you do?
Okay, are there any of the Bugrands?
Bargoons.
Bargoons. I was real close. Any of the Bargoons that are just this side of the horrible cloud of sucking darkness?
That are just this side of it.
Like, were there any that I missed that are like 10 feet away on this side towards me?
There's a lot of them. I mean, there are 12 of them that are not in the cloud.
Okay, I'm gonna pick one that I think I would be able to knock back into the cloud, and I'm gonna hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And my latest invocation allows me to actually knock people back with the Eldritch Blast.
All right.
So I'm gonna attack it with my 2 Eldritch Blasts now.
Okay.
Nice setup, Gabe.
The first one misses.
Okay.
The second one should hit on a 16.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. So it gets knocked back 10 feet, hopefully into the cloud, and takes 3 points of damage.
So powerful. That's the taint of ruination on a dwarf.
Hey.
All right. I'm gonna roll under his dex to see whether he actually. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that smacks him and he disappears right into the cloud.
I mean, ooh, that looks awful.
All right. So yeah, and in fact, a little you did see a little tentacle come and wrap around him and sort of pull in. So there are tentacles involved. So
Awesome.
And Zach was on a 20, but we missed him because.
Okay. All right, Zach,
so
it's you.
there's a big cloud, and they're advancing. How far away are they now?
Right now, they are still. They haven't gone yet, so they're 140 feet away.
Oh wait, they didn't go last round. Oh, that was they advanced right.
Yeah,
after.
they closed 60 feet. That's why they're only 140 away.
And I moved up behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, Kurzim ran over to where you were, looked around for a second, seemed to think, and then dropped down into the grass next to you.
Okay. Since I'm still low in the ground, I'm gonna let the dog. Okay, they're 140 feet away. They're still really far away, and they don't seem to be throwing those javelins at anyone hidden, right?
So far, none of them have thrown any javelins yet.
Yeah,
They're probably not in
like,
range.
yeah, they're going to want to close while we can just hit them with spells. So I feel like not giving away my position and just okay. Okay, so there's the cloud, right? And then there's the not cloud.
Yes.
And presumably they're going to want to run out of the cloud.
Absolutely.
So what time of day is it?
It's about 4 in the afternoon.
Okay. Then I will go about trying to light up a torch this round.
Okay.
And yeah. And I will make sure that I'm 12 feet away from the nearest ally. So if we get hit by something that's 10 feet, we're not stuck in the same place.
Okay, so Kurzim, so you lie down next to Albrecht, and then Albrecht takes out a torch and proceeds to skitter further away from you. So
just a safe.
All right, let's see, Emily, you had let's see, Gabe, you already went. Emily, 14. What do you do? First, you unmute your microphone.
I am not on that tonight. Okay.
Yeah,
I will fire my crossbow.
Okay.
At one of them, not the guy that I cast on.
Okay. What's the range on the crossbow?
80 to 320.
All right. So it is over 80. So
So that'll be a 16.
16 is what you rolled? Okay.
That's plus my bonus.
Mm-hmm. I'm forgetting what happens when you're in the long range increment. Is it disadvantage or is it a...
I don't think it counts as long range because if the max range is 320, so I would go down if it was after 320 feet, right?
No, I think it goes down when you cross the first number. Let's take a look at that. That's a...
What was the weapon?
The
Light
question...
crossbow.
Yeah.
Page 147.
Ranged...
You have disadvantage if it's beyond normal range.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's-
once you're
that's what I
over
thought.
that first number.
Okay, so I will let's roll Emily's second thing. We'll give the dice thing one more chance on this to find out whether or not it's going to always drop all the way out of the tray. Ah,
Oh, but I'm lucky.
That's right. She's lucky.
I am.
Halflings.
Reroll.
all right, we'll re-roll it.
Woo!
What do we get?
That's
a 20. All right,
Well, the first 16 will count.
all right. So yes,
Disadvantage.
you hit. Roll your damage.
Nice max damage. 15 piercing.
Okay, that drops one. So yeah, you draw a bead on them, and you put one right through the eye of one of them, and it goes down. Then it is their initiative. So they move forward another 30. 20, 30. That takes them to a range of 110. And then they start throwing javelins.
Did any of them take damage from the Field of Cthulhu?
That's what we're... it's 2d6, right, Gabe?
Yes, and then I think there should be 9 of them, including the one I knocked back.
Yeah. Okay, so the one that you knocked back is still alive. He's got 4.
And any of the ones that were in there were also in difficult terrain as well.
Yep.
And Gabe, you lose 1d4 pieces of your soul for that one?
No. That's this. Someone else gains 1d4 pieces of their souls. That's how that works.
Okay, so so the first one out of the 8 is alive. Is he? Yeah. But he's looking really, really hurt.
9.
Yeah, I already did the first one.
Okay.
All right, the next one takes 3, has more than 3. 9, so he's got 6 left. Next one takes 8, and has 10. This is not dropping them. Next one has 8, takes 10. So that's another one down. Next one takes 10, has 6. That's another one down. Next one takes 5, has 9. And last one takes 7, has 9. Okay, so a bunch of really badly wounded Bargoons come out of the cloud. Definitely not as many as started out in there, Gabe. So you're proud of that little piece of magic there. They do begin now throwing javelins, and they can see. So the first one, what have I got here? There were 8. Okay. The first one takes his javelin, turns around and tries to jam it into the guy next to him. But unfortunately, it's a really terrible roll, and he just sort of smacks him in the side of the head. So the guy next to him turns around and attacks with his javelin. And that one is a hit. And let me see what's the damage here. It's going to be 1d6 plus 2. So he does 6 points of damage. And the guy has 6. All right. So actually, yeah. So he tries to stab somebody. He misses, and the guy turns around and kills him. So
That worked out.
so your buddy is down, Emily. And I have remaining 7. No, a whole bunch of javelins. Something like 15. Okay.
Oh boy, that's a lot
All
of
right.
javelins.
So we're going to go 4 on Allah, because you are the only person standing. No, you and Gabe are standing free and clear. So there's a 4, a 1, 17, 18.
It's a 19 after the shield spell.
Yeah, I think it's going to hit you. They are plus 4 to hit. Yeah. So, all right. So that's a 21. So that's a hit. And you take 6 points of piercing damage. That was 3. And then the fourth one.
But they're within 30 feet now,
14.
right?
Do what?
They're within 30 feet now?
No.
They're 110.
Oh, because javelins only have a range of 30 feet.
Yep. That's right. They're rolling with disadvantage.
They've got Bargunalins.
Okay, but you are hit by an 18 or no?
No. 19.
Okay. All right. So in that case, that one bounces off of you, and you do not take the damage from that one. I was forgetting.
Shimmering field of fingers blocks it.
Ew.
All right. Now they're past that now.
You like those fingers, don't you, Ian?
All right. And then the next one is a miss on you, Allah. So you're completely missed by all the javelins. Gabe, what is your armor class?
Not nearly that good. It's a 14, I believe.
Okay, 1 misses, 1 hits. 1 misses, 1 misses. So you're hit once. You take 4 points of damage.
And I believe I need to make a concentration save for my spell.
Well, they're all past the spell anyway, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all sad.
None of them got stuck in it? That's okay.
Not stuck in it, no.
I guess they move pretty quick. Okay.
Yeah.
I take 4 points damage.
All right. So that's those 8 have done theirs. All
I'm
right.
gonna make a
Now,
concentration check anyway. I make it.
all right.
Well, just in case I can knock one back into it. I don't know how far they got through it, but if
Okay.
I'm just saying.
2 of them throw javelins at the horse and manage to miss a stationary hobbled horse. And that leaves 4 left, and they're going to throw at the dog. To
Gabe, I was going to put Shield of Faith on you, but I think it's going to go on the horse.
okay, the dog's hit once, Zach, and it takes 6 points of damage.
All right. I mean, let's see how many hit points it had. Oh, it had a decent amount. The 2 hit dice dog, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Cool. All right. He keeps coming.
Okay. That was their move, and now, at long last, looking at a couple of javelins sticking in the dirt next to you, Allah, what do you do?
First, I'm a rage,
Okay.
and then I'm going to pull some of these out of the ground
Okay.
and throw them back.
Excellent. Okay, so you get you only have the 1 attack though, so
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
not nearly as exciting, but
Now, you're also going with disadvantage at this distance, like
well,
they.
I'm raging,
Mhm.
so that should negate it.
Okay.
Is
Oh,
it
and
possible? Can she pull multiple javelins at once and throw them like as a bundle of javelins?
Yes. And I'm sure that all of us have tried doing stuff like that when we were kids, and we know what happens when you throw javelins as a bundle.
It doesn't work.
It kills
You're in front
bargoons.
for about
It's
2
a
feet.
20 to hit one of them.
Sorry, Zach, what were you saying?
Nothing important.
Allah, go ahead.
Oh,
What
you know,
were you
Gabe
saying?
just reminded me that it was advantage only on melee, and it's been
Okay.
a while since I've been a barbarian, so let me roll with disadvantage then.
All right.
And that is a 14
Okay.
rolled, which is wait, yeah, 14.
All right. Yeah, that's a miss. They have armor class 15, so
Boo. Okay.
almost. All right. All right. Initiative.
Jesus, I'm all over the place today.
It's like random.
Wow. Guys, these dice hate my face.
Wow, Emily.
Oh, jeez. Thanks, Craig and Dice.
All right, Emily.
Yeah,
What do you do?
okay. I am going to give a bardic inspiration to Allah. And it's up to 1d8 now.
Okay.
Ooh.
Um
For to hit rolls as well.
you can use no, not well, yeah, attack roll, saving throw, ability check, damage roll, or AC as a reaction.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you're over there going, go Copperhead, you can do this.
After I witnessed the javelin throwing and the raging and all of this. And I'm going to fire my crossbow again. Actually, I'm going to move up 30 feet.
Okie dokie. You were at the you were already at the 30-foot mark, right?
I think
Yes,
so.
you were.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. You're now at the 60-foot mark, and they are at the one. They are still at the. Where did they get to? They're
I
at the
think it's
110.
110.
Yeah, they're at the 110 mark. So you are 50 feet away from them now.
Boom. All right. Now we're going to fire the crossbow, and that's an 18 plus
That's
7. All right. And 9 damage.
Okay, are you aiming at the ones that are coming out of the field, Gabe's field of tentacles, or are you going after the ones that are unwounded?
One of the ones that are coming out of the field of tentacles.
Okay, and how much did you do?
9.
All right, you kill one.
Boom.
We'll have you kill the biggest one.
Yeah.
All right. All right, who's next on our initiative?
I'm on a 13.
Yeah, I think Gabe, it's you. They're not faster than that. What do you do?
Once again, are there any that are just inside or outside of the field of awful?
No, they're all way ahead of it now.
Well, how far out of it? Are there any that are like 20 feet? I'm just gonna hit one of the ones that came out.
They're about 30 feet beyond it. So
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna take a pot shot at one of the ones that looks like it got weakened by it.
okay.
First one is going to be hit AC 17
Yep, that's it. They're AC 15.
for 8 damage.
Okay, you blow him away.
Okay. Next one, I'm just gonna pick another one that came out of the cloud.
Okay.
And that's not gonna do it with a 12.
Okay. All right. So there's so one of them drops down into the long grass they're running through, and there's a single little wisp of smoke coming up from the body where you nailed him with the Eldritch Blast.
And then because I forgot to do it the last 2 times, at this juncture, I'm going to go and take cover behind the wagon, not the horse, but the wagon.
Okay. So you're behind the wagon.
Yep.
All right. They move and they go. Let's see. All right, they're going to move forward 30. And now they are 10, 20, 30, 40 feet. What's the normal range on a javelin, Ala?
30 feet.
30.
Okay. All right, so they're the only person they would be within range of is Backpack, but she is hidden in the long grass and doing a much better job of her stealthiness than they were when they were leaving the ambush. So they are going to go ahead and attack again with disadvantage with their javelins. I've got 1, 2. We'll have 3 of them attack the dog. Oh, and it's with disadvantage. Yeah, okay, so they miss. 3 of them are going to shoot for the horse. 1, 2, 3. The horse is hit twice.
That's why we
Oh,
can never have a horse.
The horse takes, let's see, 4 and 6. Horse takes 10 points of damage. Horse is probably going to have more than 10 points, but let's just take a real quick look.
I can double check that for you if you want.
All right, so that's that attack there. Ian, you are the one responsible for keeping track of the horses.
Got it.
Points.
I'm doing draft horse,
Yeah.
and it was how much damage? 16?
No, 10.
All right.
All right. Then, all right, so that was 6 of them have attacked. Then 2 of them are going to throw javelins at Ala. 1, 2 misses, and no one else is visible, so the remaining 4 will also shoot at Ala. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you've got javelins bouncing off you all over the place, Ala. Most of them would have been good enough to hit, except for that that disadvantage. So they're coming fairly close, but not good enough. Then we move on to. Wow, it's a real toss-up here between
I think it's Zach next.
Zach, Ian, and Ala down here in the way low single digits.
5, 4, 2.
Zach,
Hungry guys.
what do you do?
Are they out of javelins after throwing them all now, or they have more?
They have more. They're all carrying like 3 of them on their backs. So
All right,
they've only got 1 more.
How close am I to the horse?
To the horse, you're still at 20. Well, now you're 30 feet because you moved an additional 10 to get away from Curzon when he jumped into your foxhole.
Okay. And how far are they from me?
They are 80 feet from you.
Okay. And they're attacking the dog too. All right.
I can help the dog if the dog can get to me.
The dog. Yeah, I'll. I mean, might as well heal the dog because it's just a sitting target right now. I'll send the. I just feel like the dog's like doesn't have to be a target until later. So I'm going to send the dog over like somewhere where there's tall grass. And if it's near Curzon or Gabe, then that's fine.
Okay, it'll have to be toward you because you know you got to yell "Here, boy," something like that. So.
Okay. I will now. I've set a fire successfully. Yeah.
Yep, you have your torch
I was
lit.
setting a fire.
Yep.
Yeah, I was doing that. Now I want to. So is the grass like dry enough to set on fire?
It's certainly not going to go up in a blaze. You could start making sort of patchy, non-spreading sorts of fire.
That I didn't catch it.
Well, you can get a fire going that'll sort of begin to slowly spread, but it's not it's not like super dry. So
Okay. What I want to do is start. I want to start a fire that's kind of between where they are and where we are. So like they have to decide whether to go left, right, in order to, kind of rather than run through the fire. So kind of in the middle of their column or the middle of their line.
Okay, so you're talking about throwing the torch.
Yeah, well, I'll use the torch to light a bottle of oil on fire and huck the oil, and try to get it so that it's in the middle, so that they have to like avoid that area, and then slowly make it. We can make it bigger later if we have to, but basically, like it just divides up where they are. And then, can I move after I throw, or do I have to throw then move, or move then throw?
You could move a little bit, throw, and then keep moving.
Okay. Then I throw, and that's a 10 to huck that oil. That flaming oil.
So a 10 would be a miss. So roll, let me see, we're going to roll a D6. It's going to go 10 feet further than you aimed. You aimed for there, 10 feet. All right, so actually you put that torch right into their advancing line of people instead of managing to get it between them. Roll again with no bonuses to see if you manage to actually hit one of them with that oil.
With no bonuses, I rolled a 16.
All right, that's a hit. So what happens is that you overshoot with your Molotov cocktail, but you actually nail one of them. It cracks just enough to start flaming. So this Bargoon starts to light up, and he totally does not know stop, drop, and roll. He starts jumping up and down, waving his arms around, trying to beat out the flames.
That's great.
And he absolutely panics, and he runs for the river and goes and dives into the river.
Does he set anything else on fire as he's running through the tall grass?
Like a trail of fire to the river?
Not really, no. I mean, he hadn't lit up that much. You can't even smell the singed fur from here. Now, did you call Salon back?
Yeah, I wanted to get Salon back because somebody was like, "Oh, I can heal the dog," and I was like, "Oh, might as well."
And did you move forward before throwing, or have you moved yet?
No, my idea was to call the dog, which calling the dog is a free action.
Right.
Huck the thing, then move so that they can't find my position in the tall grass easily.
Do you move up a full 30 feet?
No, I was going to move sideways. 30 feet.
Sideways. Okay. And then so you're leaving Salon in one place, and then you're moving to another. Okay.
I want to move toward the horse if possible, because I think we kind of might want that horse.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a potion.
Got it. All right, and then Ala.
Yep. They're closer now, so I'm gonna stop with the javelins and just charge in there.
Well, they're still 70 feet away.
Oh, 70 feet. Okay, then just...
Well, run. Get 30.
Yeah, I'll just keep throwing javelins from back here. It's safer.
Okay.
If they can't hit me, I can't hit them. But I did get a 23 to hit this time, as my dice are finally with me. And javelins.
Except that you're not... You're going with disadvantage, though, because you're...
Yeah, I rolled a 17 and a 19.
Oh, okay.
What? So...
Are you aiming at one of the wounded ones or one of the unwounded ones?
Well, let's go with one of the wounded ones, since hopefully we can take them out before they get to us.
Okay.
Ooh, 10 damage.
Okay, yeah, that kills one. So another one of them drops, and Albrecht's flaming one has to jump over the body on his way to the river, and then he jumps into the river.
Like, pick up another javelin that they are littered all around her, and she's just like, "Okay, let's do this."
And Ian, what does Curzum do?
So how far is the dog from me?
The dog is now pretty much next to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it's not. The dog is about 10 feet to your right.
Oh.
And Albrecht is 10 feet to your left.
Okay.
And the range is 70.
I guess.
Actually, the range is 80.
I guess I'm gonna draw fire. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians on myself.
Okay.
And flitting around me in a spectral form are Muriel's fingers flying everywhere.
Okay.
And I am designating all of my allies, the dog and the horse, not to be affected by it.
All right.
And I will move directly at them 30 feet.
Okay.
And say, Bargoons, come here.
All right. So that puts you right where the dog was. And so your distance now is 10, 20, 30, 40 feet from them. You move 30, right?
Yep.
Okay. Initiative.
It's better than last time. Which wasn't too hard to do.
No.
I don't suck for once.
All right. We've got an 11, 20, 22, 20, and a 14. So, yeah, you guys are doing much, much better this time around. Alla, you're in 22. What do you do?
I should keep doing the same thing, taking their javelins and throwing them back. And maybe I can roll well again. Let's see.
Roll with disadvantage?
Nice. Yep, 22 to hit.
All right, that'll be a hit.
My dice are making up for those earlier absolutely abysmal rolls. Wow. Okay, another 10 damage.
It kills another one.
To me. Well.
Okay, and then she's gonna trundle over to Kurzum and be like, and she kind of drools copper.
Okay.
Is it
What is
copper?
What is your character's name again, Alla?
Slate.
Slate. That's right.
I had to ask too. I was like, what is it? I just remembered the hammer name.
Yeah.
Great.
Because
So
of the
great.
because of the bad joke that goes
It
along
was
with
a
it.
Yeah.
great pun. Come
It
on.
was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can't remember long character names like Slate.
It's all right. It took me a moment for Albrecht.
All right. So you're up there next to Kurzim, and then Zach and Emily. Let's go, Emily. What do you do?
I will give a bardic inspiration to Ian.
Okay.
And that's a 1d8 Ian now. And fire my crossbow at one of them that looks injured.
All right. There are still a couple of those.
And that's not so good. 12.
Nope, that's a miss. All right. Zach, what do you do?
Can I? Is that horse still tied to the cart?
Yes. Also, its front legs are hobbled.
Okay. So I'm gonna get between the horse and the javelins with my shield.
Okay.
I have a shield, and I'm gonna be a conspicuous target.
Okay.
So I want to be, and I'm gonna move up a bit. So that's now. Is there like a act defensively move in this in 5e, or is that basically just I'm telling you where I'm standing?
You can dodge, but I don't think there's like a
There's not one.
paladin's
There's not one.
defense.
Nothing that's combined with.
Okay, then that means I get. It means I get another action, I guess. So I'm gonna huck. I'm here to basically be 20 feet in front of the horse, like so. They're there, then me, then the horse. I'm like, come get me. And I'm gonna huck another thing of fire about, like, again, sort of between us and them, so they have to split again or try, because they don't seem to know how to deal with fire at all. So that's funny.
Okay. Roll to hit.
And I roll poorly again.
Okay.
I roll an 8. No, I roll a 10 again. Yeah.
Okay.
And I need to do. Oh, you roll now, I guess.
Once again, you overshoot.
Oh, I don't know my own strength since I had that ability score adjustment.
All right, now overshooting is actually going to put it about 10 feet in front of them, so that does actually accomplish what you were trying to do, even though you didn't put it exactly where you wanted to be. And Emily, you're in 20, right?
Yes.
Okay, what do you do?
Well, I already.
No, you already did. Okay, that's right. Ian, what do you do?
Oh, they still haven't gone?
Nope.
So they're 40 feet away.
They are, no, they are 80 feet away right now. Oh, yes, from you, they're 40 feet away.
Is there a large cluster of them?
It depends on what you're trying to do.
I'd like to
Is it-
move 30 feet towards the largest group of them.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got that 15 radius of pain.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to put you right next to where Albrecht's fire is burning.
Is it? But you said it wasn't like shooting up. That's fine. I'll go next to the fire. But
Okay. Yeah. It's just that's you're at that sort of distance. That's 10 feet away from them.
So how many of them are within 15 feet of me now?
4.
Okay.
It's my favorite spell.
I know it's brutal. So we'll wait for their turn. So I will also cast. What's 4 o'clock? You said. It's almost time to camp. The heck with it. I'm casting spiritual weapon.
All right.
I think I can do that. Can I? Let me see if this requires concentration. Oh no, never mind. I'm not casting spiritual weapon.
Okay, because you
Just
got to maintain.
Yeah, I did.
Another spell.
Yep, but I will do a sacred flame on one of them. That's farther than one of the ones that's 60 feet away from me, if possible.
There are none that are 60 feet. You're 10. You're 10 feet away from them right now.
So of all of them?
Yeah.
So every single one of them is within 10 feet of me?
Oh no. I mean they're spread out over like a.
So I want to shoot the one that is as far as the farthest one from me, if he's within 60 feet.
All right, that's one of the unwounded ones.
Yeah, that's fine. So he can make a dex save or take 1d8, and his saving throw is a 14.
All right, he fails it, and he
All right,
takes.
so 2d8.
You want to roll? Go ahead.
Sure. 11.
Oh, he was a good one, but not that good. All right, so that kills him, and
then I
drops
will
down into the grass.
And then the next farthest one, I will guiding bolt.
Okay.
And I've got a 22 to hit him.
That's a hit. Damage.
Um, 17 damage.
That kills that one.
And I say, "Come get me, you little cowards!"
And they come and get you.
All right. So every single one of them.
4, 5. 5 of them attack you in melee.
Right. So they need to make a wisdom saving throw at DC 14 when they're within 15 feet of me.
Okay. It's one made it. One made it. One made it. Oh man. There's a fail. And one made it. Oh my god, only one of them failed to save.
That's pretty good. So it's you can roll this if you want, but they take 3d8 damage if they failed and halved if they saved.
Okay, so 3d8. Where'd only 8-siders go? There they are.
Getting tired of this bombardment. They hurt the horse.
All right, so that's 12. 13. We're going to make that a round number with a 14. So everybody takes 7 if they made the save. That was 1, 2, 3, 4 of them made the save. They take 7. So first one dies. second one is very badly hurt but still alive. Third one dies. And the fourth one dies. All right, so there are so the result of that is that they charge forward toward Kurzim and then just start dropping. One of them,
They're getting poked by fingers.
yeah, one of them is still managing to stand, and then oh shoot,
And he's half speed as he enters towards me.
yeah, wait a second, that was
Because
the
of
one.
this.
That was the one who failed. There is only one of them is left standing. All right, so four of them went down. One of them is still standing, and he attacks you and tries to bite you. And he rolls a 19. Not bite you, tries to hit you with his club. So he successfully hits you with his club, and you take. That's what I thought that was. You take. Oh, it's 1d8 plus 2. 5 points of damage.
Thank you, sir.
So, kaboom! And then the other two charge forward and reach Slate. Yes. Okay, they charge forward and they both attack. And they both have advantage because they are attacking as a pack. So the first roll is a 12, and it's at a +4. So it's a 16. That doesn't hit your 19 armor class. And the second attack is going to be a 20, so that will hit. And so, Ala, you take 10 points of damage.
First of all, only 5 points of damage.
Okay.
But still, ow.
But still, ow.
Barbarians.
Still, ow.
So sassy.
The sassiest of barbarians.
All right. So that's theirs, and let's
New
see.
initiative.
I think it's
New
to me.
initiative, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I don't.
Gabe?
Gabe is at 11. That's
So,
right.
my understanding is that there's the two that are attacking Slate, and there's the one that managed to get through Kurzim's Holy Blunder.
Yeah, this is the Holy Blender has left one badly wounded Bargoon standing next to Kurzim, and then there are two of them that are attacking Slate, and that is all that has managed to get through the Meat Grinder.
And then, so about how far are the two that are attacking Slate from Kurzim's Holy Blunder?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay, I'm gonna pick one of them,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go for gold. I'm gonna arrange myself. I don't think it's gonna matter, but just in case, if
You
I
have
can
to move. You have to move a little bit sideways to
Yeah,
line
You,
up.
you only gotta move them 5 feet, and they're in that.
I'm
field.
gonna line them up, and I'm gonna try and knock them back into Kurzim's Holy Blunder.
Left Bargoon.
Yep,
If-
the
if
first
your
one's gonna be a
eldritch blast don't
15
kill him.
All right, 15's a hit.
for 11 damage. That's probably just gonna wipe him out, isn't it?
Yeah, that kills him.
Okay, well I'll try the next one. Maybe we'll get lucky.
You
Well,
knocked just his head in.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, his head blows off, and then he falls in there, and the fingers all get him.
All right, I'll say to Kurzim, I'm gonna mark that one down as one of mine, just so we're clear.
We're doing
and-
Legolas. We're doing Legolas and Gimli.
Well, more like Gimli and Gimli, because let's be real, dwarves.
Yeah, you're both dwarves.
Okay.
yeah.
And I'm gonna shoot at the other one that's attacking Slate, but that one's gonna miss.
Okay.
Let that be a warning to you.
You're next.
All right, that's the round. Initiative.
Ugh.
Wow.
guys are paying me back for earlier.
It's not going to go well for them. Gabe,
Never was.
it's all you.
Okay, take 2 electric boogaloo. I'm gonna keep shooting at the one that I really want to knock into Crimson's Blunder of Death.
Okay.
It's gonna be a miss
All right.
and a 15.
15's a hit.
Roll low.
10 damage.
No, that's going to kill him.
Ah, damn it. That's it for me.
Okay. So Gabe, then Ian, what do you do?
I look at there's only one of them left, right?
Yeah.
Well,
the one that Zach lit on fire, who has now drifted downstream, is the only survivor of the whole thing.
surrender and we'll let you live for now.
You don't have to qualify it.
He says, I surrender.
All right, I dropped that spell.
Okay.
So that I'm going to not concentrate on it, so it disappears. And I'll walk to him and hold out my hand for his weapon.
Okay. He attacks you.
Oh.
15. He rolls a 19. What's your AC?
I'm using that Bardic Inspiration as a reaction.
Okay.
So my AC is now a 27.
Yeah. Okay. So he misses. He swings, and
I
under
say-
your Bardic Inspiration, you manage to miss. He
So
manages to miss.
you can't hurt me.
All right.
Surrender. That was your only mistake.
All right. Next
Next
person
next-
on the roster here is going to be Emily. What do you do?
I'm gonna start.
No,
playing-
sorry. Wait. It's
Oh,
Ala. It's
sorry.
Ala.
Slade is gonna close the distance,
Uh-huh.
and she's gonna really wind up for like a really good solid hit on
Because
this guy.
you're raging, so you're
She's
just
raging.
Right.
Um,
While I'm distracting him, you're like, his back's to me.
And she's just gonna be like, just like golf ball it. 4.
roll to hit.
That's gonna hit with a 21.
That'll be a hit. Roll damage.
Use your
And-
Bardic Inspiration.
This is the one survivor who was over at Curzum. He had 1 hit point.
Oh well, you know what? I
Left.
wanted Bardic Inspiration anyway to do
Sure,
so much
find
damage
out-
that
find
his
out how
head
much
like
you did.
pops clean off. 4.
Can I try to catch the head as a reaction?
Let's find out how much damage it does.
Oh, it was 7 plus 6 plus 4, so 17.
Ouch.
17 points of damage against somebody with 1 hit point. All right, roll a d6 and tell me whether it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
It is a 3.
Okay, perfect. All right, so that's right in the middle, which means you hit the head at Curzum. Now roll a d20 with no modifiers.
It is a natural 19.
No.
Nice.
Curzum. All right, so you see swinging Gran a little bit back and forth while the guy has not surrendered, and then Slate winds up real far. Well, this is right when you're saying you can't hurt me. Slate swings, it knocks the head clean off the shoulders directly toward you, and right after you say you can't hurt me, the head smashes into you.
That's line drive.
That worked out perfectly.
And he is out.
You're supposed to duck, man.
Yeah, so he's sitting there with baboon man blood splattered over his face.
Being nimble is not my strength.
That's why I yelled 4.
What does that
I
even
didn't-
mean?
I didn't know what that meant. Yeah.
For what? Ow! All right, everybody. That's so that worked out well because we finished up the combat. It's the end of the hour, so let's go ahead and figure out what the experience that you got from those is. They're worth 50 apiece. There were 20 of them, so there's 1,000 for you guys to divide up.
It's 200 each.
and then all of them have, when it's all totaled up, each of them had 10 gold pieces. So there's 200 gold pieces to divide out as well.
Nice.
That's 40 each.
Yep.
Are we doing the thing where we add that to experience as well, or because I think we did that once and then know if
I
we
don't
did it
think
again.
we're doing that with this group.
No, we're not adding gold in, but you are getting the full experience points for the monsters, which means that it accelerates things, and that's why we're using the experience table from first edition, so that it sort of all works out about right. But so you just get the experience for the monsters, and I'm milestoning it sometimes, and it's like that. So
Sometimes it's like, yeah, you guys have worked hard. Take
Yep.
some
You,
experience.
you blew up a city.
yeah,
You blew up an opium den. Here you go. Full level.
when you take out the building as well as the contents, you
That's,
just got to take that into account.
And
The
still
fix-
manage
the
to
bricks do a
engineer
little
the
bit of
gold out.
Though I find, in 5th edition and all editions, like, it's really up to the DM how you do experience. Like, if you avoid an encounter by talking your way through it, sometimes some DMs will give you experience for that.
Yeah. No, I absolutely do.
Wait, you can avoid encounters by talking?
Yeah.
Seems dangerous to me.
You're the master of that, Ian.
It's somebody
Okay.
who's playing a total pacifist in a 5e game. Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and we'll close it out for this session. And 2 weeks, we'll do another one.
Bye, y'all.
All right.
Thank you again.
See ya.
Ah!
But as a heads up, I will actually be at a conference in 2 weeks, so I will not be able to make that one.
Okay.
Poop. Gabe, will you be here? Oh, he left already.
He's gone, but he's not going anywhere.
Okay.
It is
All right.
just me.
Bye, everyone.
All right. See ya.